What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D, back at you with another video. So, today we are going to go over your boys' top 10 WrestleManias of all time. WrestleMania week is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We are finally almost there at WrestleMania 40. This time next week, it is 4:15 on Sunday when I'm recording this. Happy Easter to you guys. This time next week, we'll be stirring and getting prepared for night 2 of WrestleMania. One of the nights that could change WWE forever. So I thought, before we get into WrestleMania 40, that I give you my top 10 WrestleManias of all time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, at number 10, I got WrestleMania 13. And I know people are going to be flaming me for this, right? Because it was on edge between WrestleMania 13 and WrestleMania 22. Edge and Foley is a classic fucking match, right? Trish and Mickie James is a really good match. But when I think about what made me watch wrestling as a kid, and I'm the youngest of 6, all my other brothers loved wrestling. So when they were playing video games and I couldn't get a controller, we always had a VHS tape in the house. So I would just sit there and watch wrestling, old school WWF wrestling. WrestleMania 13 was one of those tapes I always end up watching. I love the street fight with the Legion of Doom and the Nation of Domination. And I just really love Stone Cold versus Bret Hart in that I Quit match. I think that match is incredible. And I think it's one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. And more importantly, if we don't have that match, I don't believe the Austin era ever rises. That's how important that match really was to wrestling. I think it changed the business. That match was absolutely fucking incredible. So, it's a one-card match. It's a one-card kind of WrestleMania. I don't care. I'm standing on it. For my childhood purposes, WrestleMania 13 is going to make the list. I'm sorry. I'm standing on business. Number 9, we got WrestleMania 23. WrestleMania 23 is kind of one of those moments where you see Triple H had a match with John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania 22, and Shawn Michaels is like, I could do that better. And then they had a match at WrestleMania 23, and that match was banging. That match is fire. You had the funny Donald Trump, Vince McMahon, Batista, Bobby Lashley, Umaga match, which is hilarious. You want to talk about a very underrated match? I think Batista versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 23 was so criminally underrated. That match is actually fire. I just think really a lot of people really slept on that match. It's a really good match. Batista and The Undertaker actually had a really good feud. They had really good matches for that title. But I think it just kind of got super slept on. But I'm a real big fan of Batista versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 23. Then, in my opinion, you have the best Money in the Bank match damn near almost ever with that WrestleMania 23 Money in the Bank match with Ken Kennedy winning. That match is fire. It had all these shenanigans when Jeff Hardy hit that leg drop through the ladder on Edge. What, bro? So fire. Such a great time. I had such a great time watching WrestleMania 23. One of my sure slept on WrestleManias for sure. Great WrestleMania. Number 8, WrestleMania 21. Why is WrestleMania 21 number 8? It's because it sparked a new era. You had the old guards of JBL as champion, Triple H as champion, and you had the two young up-and-comers between John Cena and Batista. Batista won the 2005 Royal Rumble, and a really fucking maybe not 05, maybe it's 06, but he won the Royal Rumble in a really fucking wonky-ass way. Vince tears both his quads, John Cena and Batista somehow magically their feet land at the same time. Even though technically if John Cena would have won the Royal Rumble, I don't think anybody really would have been that mad at it anyway, because that didn't mean Batista couldn't have fought at WrestleMania against Triple H. But this, and then Batista comes and destroys Evolution and he powerbombs Triple H through that table. A absolutely incredible, memorable moment in that mid-2000s era of Monday Night Raw. This WrestleMania definitely had the first Money in the Bank ladder match ever, which is a really good match. The Shelton Benjamin spot was crazy. Ric Flair taking a crazy ladder bump is something you didn't expect, and the right winner won, more importantly. So I think this WrestleMania was really great. I thought it was a really good WrestleMania. You had really big moments in this WrestleMania. You can't hate on it, to be honest. Number 7. We're going to go with WrestleMania 38. I think WrestleMania 38 was it's really the start of this new era of WWE that we're really in. You got to give it all the credit in the world, because not only did we finally we got to see what Logan Paul really is made of, and we got to see how great he really is. You had moments on moments on moments, because you got the Bianca Belair Becky Lynch match at WrestleMania, which was hot fire. That match probably was the best match that weekend. Easy. And then you have the return of the prodigal son. You have the return of Cody Rhodes, which was a huge moment for WWE. And then you had Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens in the main event of night 1. And Stone Cold was taking suplexes on the concrete. He was giving suplexes. Stone Cold looked in great shape. I love that Stone Cold Kevin Owens match. That match, it was just something that was just so fun, and it was kick-ass. And that's all it really needed to be. We needed all the shenanigans. Stone Cold's taking a beer every 5 minutes. I just thought it was hilarious, and it was entertaining, and it was just great. And then all the stakes going in to the next night when the main event of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. We really didn't know who was going to win, because Brock's really been busting Roman Reigns' ass. But a lot of people have been tired of the Roman versus Brock thing. Wink, wink, until SummerSlam. They had the greatest, probably the greatest last man standing match ever. WrestleMania 38 had a lot of good moments. You had Edge versus AJ Styles, which is really kind of you know. But I think as a WrestleMania 38 was one of their more important WrestleManias, because it got us to where we got to now. So, the next WrestleMania coming in hot. Ooh, y'all not gonna like this. Number 6, we got WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 31, when you look at the card, everybody kind of was just like, I don't really care that much. This is kind of a lackluster. Nobody gave a fuck about the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns match. The match turned out to be absolutely hot fire. It was fucking incredible. That match was heat. You had Sting versus Triple H, the NWO DX moment. The right person lost the match. Sting had no business losing at WrestleMania 31 to Triple H. I'm sorry. They really needed to let go of the WCW versus WWE. WWE won years ago. Let it go. It's really okay. But I think some people really hold on to that. Like, a lot of fans hold on to that. And I'm like, yo, you need to relax. They're like, oh, they did Sting wrong at WWE. Sting got hurt. There's a difference, guys. Relax. Because Sting definitely was supposed to beat Seth Rollins for the title. And then he got hurt. Relax. It's all right. It's all right, guys. It's all right. But this WrestleMania was so fun. You had the ladder match earlier in the day. Daniel Bryan wins the ladder match for the IC title after his comeback, which was so deserved, obviously. You had the crazy Randy Orton, Seth Rollins RKO, which was nasty. You had the Rock, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Ronda Rousey moment, which is a really cool moment, because Ronda wasn't even involved in WrestleMania and wrestling yet. You had a lot of big moments on this card. A lot of big moments, which were really important. And then more importantly, you had the Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt match, which in my opinion, I actually really liked that match. and the way Undertaker took his hat off, and he kind of looked more brolic, more in shape. It was really cool. It was so good to see. I'm a really big fan of moments like that, and that's why I think 31 is one of the best. And then more importantly, you have one of the greatest moments in the WWE history, the heist of the century. Seth Rollins comes in, curb stomps Brock, curb stomps Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins sneakily cashes in his Money in the Bank and wins the title in the main event of WrestleMania 31. Great stuff, man. Just great stuff. Number 5, I have WrestleMania 20. This is one of those shows where a lot of people may not like it, but this show had so much talent, and this show had so much, it was so entertaining to me. It had the perfect balance. The triple threat match with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and name redacted, Chris Benoit. It's one of the greatest triple threats of all time. Hands down. No matter how you call it, that match was fucking phenomenal. And learning later on in life that Shawn Michaels wrestled that match with a torn ACL is absolutely wild behavior. That match was a show. And then you have just your perfect balances of comedy and storytelling. Like you had Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero, and the main event was one of the marquee matches. Brock and Goldberg shit the bed because they both were leaving, and WWE didn't, and the fans in New York really just didn't give a fuck about the match. Shit happens, and then you have, to me, one of my favorite return/debuts, or whatever you want to call it, when The Undertaker came out at WrestleMania 20 to fight Kane. And he reemerged as a dead man, and you had the Paul Bearer coming out with the Druids again. That shit was fire, bro. It was so fire. I don't know what. That shit was tough. Then you had the Rock and Sock Connection versus Evolution, and that match was pretty much just entertaining as it's supposed to be. And I was actually super happy that Evolution won. I don't think the Rock and Sock Connection were supposed to win. Truly don't think so. I really enjoyed this WrestleMania. You have John Cena kicking it off, winning the United States title from the Big Show. Picks up Big Show, hits him with the FU. This show was great. That's all I can really say about it. This show was so great, and it was so captivating, and more importantly, it kept your attention. And that's what that WrestleMania was really built to do. Number 4, WrestleMania 30. Why is this number 4? Because low-key, your boy is biased on one human being, and that is the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. That is my favorite superstar. Sorry, In the Cleft Wrestling. Sorry, Dub. I'm a Brock Lesnar guy all day. Have always been a Brock Lesnar guy all day. So him beating the streak was incredible. Him defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania was one of my hypest moments as a Brock Lesnar fan I've ever had. That moment and the shock of the crowd and everybody just like chef's kiss. Golden. Absolutely golden. WrestleMania 30, you had the John Cena Bray Wyatt match that I actually think was a really good match. People sleep on it. The Daniel Bryan Triple H match at the opening match of WrestleMania was hot fire. Match was absolutely a heat missile. You gotta love it. Absolutely 100% gotta love that match. Such a great match. Then you had the triple threat match between Batista, Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan. That match was absolutely insane. And then more importantly, the right person won. Daniel Bryan winning that match was one of the greatest main events in the history of wrestling. For sure. That moment was so fucking special. It was a moment that it's one of the moments we'll never forget. And that's what WrestleMania 30 had. It had a bunch of moments that we've never forgotten. Like when Rock, Austin, and Hogan opened up WrestleMania 30, that shit was fire. Like, you can't not love these moments. This is what we're here for. And WrestleMania 30 gave you those moments. And I think that's why it's been always so revered and so loved and so treasured. Because it kept us on the edge of our seat. And more importantly, it kept us guessing. Coming in hot at number 3 is WrestleMania 19. WrestleMania 19 still, in my opinion, is the greatest roster ever assembled. That shit was like the fucking Avengers, okay? You got Shawn and Chris Jericho opening it up. Hot fire. Hot fire. You have The Undertaker and basically a handicap match versus Big Show and A-Train. Nah. Okay. But once again, Undertaker's entrance, hot fire. Comes out to keep rolling, yeah! You got Rock and Austin 3. In the middle of the fucking card. In the middle of the card. You have Rock and Austin 3. You have Brock and Kurt in the shooting star press damn near of death. Brock almost killed himself in that ring going against Kurt Angle. The match was so fire. Brock Lesnar wins in the main event of WrestleMania 19. Even Hulk Hogan versus Vince was actually a great fucking match. Come on, bro. WrestleMania 19 was absolutely fire in Seiko Field in Seattle. Hell of a WrestleMania. Come on now, that had to be my top 5 for sure. But it's not number 2. Number 2 is WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 39 was fucking incredible. WrestleMania 39 was so fucking fire. No matter how you want to slice it, how you want to call it, this shit was great. Now, with that being said, I do think if Cody wins at WrestleMania 39, I think it could have removed 17 as the greatest of all time. Wink, wink. We all know what number 1 was going to be anyway. Cody versus Roman, that match was absolutely fucking incredible. The Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn was fucking incredible. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte was incredible. The tag team match showcases were fire. Becky, Trish, and Lita versus Damage Control had its moments. Becky versus Asuka is one of the more sneaky matches on that card. Hot fire. Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus, one of the matches of the year. Bro, you had like 4 matches of the year candidates on one fucking card. WrestleMania 39 was one of those fucking moments, bro. Especially the moment where we kind of thought that we were going to see Rock versus Roman at that card, and the fact that we didn't see it was truly okay. It didn't even matter. Roman's final boss entrance was so fucking heat. John Cena's heartwarming coming out with the Make-A-Wish kids was so special. You have Bianca's entrance, so special. You have the Edge and Finn Balor Hell in a Cell match where Finn gets busted the fuck open. Match was fire. WrestleMania 39 was one of those WrestleManias to where if somebody really put it over 17, it's not as far-fetched as you think. WrestleMania 39 was a fucking fantastic, absolutely brilliant WrestleMania. But it's not my number 1. Number 1, we already know. We don't even have to act like it wasn't going to be number 1. It's WrestleMania fucking 17. Rock Austin Astrodome. That's all you need to know. Rock Austin Astrodome TLC 2. Do I really need to say more? Do I really need to say more? Hot fire. Vince and Shane. Hot fire. Hot fire. The hardcore match. Hot fire. Taker and Triple H. A really good match. WrestleMania 17 will forever be the best WrestleMania. No matter how you guys, if you guys like it, you don't like it, it is what it is. WrestleMania 17 was fucking fantastic. No matter how you want to call it. So, WrestleMania 17 to me still is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. And now we are all here and wondering and curious to where WrestleMania 40 goes on that list. So let me know how you guys like this list and give me your list in the comments. I don't want to hear nobody in my comments going like, Billy, I can't believe you put that one there and there. Show me what your list is. If I'm wrong with my list, let me know what my list should have been, so we can chat about it. I duck no smoke, but come with the smoke. Insults don't hurt nobody. Come with the smoke. If I'm wrong, give me the right list of what's the right list of WrestleMania. Let me know, and we can chat about it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're on the road to 2,000 subs. We're just gonna keep trying to grow with this channel. It's WrestleMania week, so y'all know you're gonna get a hell of amount of content from your boys. So stay tuned. You know we here. Forever gang. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. It's been your boy D. And until forever finds you.